the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. Crocker and Campbell. You can see in the picture there, Amelia Crocker and Phoebe Campbell on the Berkshire station, and Eva Frohnhofer and Catherine Kelly on the Buck station from the USA. So the Americans on the right of your picture.
Yeah, from the University of Virginia, both under 23 international athletes from last year, with Frohnhofer getting a bronze medal in the Cox 4 and Kelly getting a 10th place in the Cox's 4. So they're an experienced crew, and they're over here because it's Kevin Sauer, their coaches last year at the club, 29 years of coaching. But on the far side, Crocker and Campbell moving out to a very slick one length within a quarter of a mile, and moving very nicely away.
Frohnhofer and Kelly half a length down from the USA in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup in the very early stages of this race.
And the two athletes on the Berkshire station, Emily Crocker and Phoebe Campbell, have got experience at Henley, with Emily winning the Wargrave 2 years ago, and she's been out in Australia with a lot of her University of London friends, and they rowed for Sydney University. They won the Queen's Cup. Emily won the Cox's 4 as well.
Great experience.
And has come back to row with Thames Rowing Club and with Phoebe, who's an under 23 medalist. And you can see the quality of the crew here. The fight was there, Virginia really aggressive, but the fluidity of this Cox's pair, coached by Zander Smolders, has just moved away nicely.
Yeah, Amelia back from Australia. Amelia Crocker back from Australia only in May, so just recently reunited, as you say, and lots of previous Henley Royal Regatta experience in that boat, 3 times previously, Emily Crocker.
You see how long, they're both tall and they're very long in the water. It's a very efficient way of moving a Cox's pair. And they've made great strides. They haven't been in this boat very long, and they've made great strides, even since Henley Women's, where they were in the final and lost to Leander. So they're hoping to come across Leander again, I guess, and get their revenge.
Yeah, that'll be the plan. See what the draw throws up as we head in towards the weekend.
So here the Virginia crew, they've come over with an 8 as well. Kevin Sauer is a bit of a legend at the club over there. He took over the club in 1988 as a club coach, and then in 1995 women got NCAA status, and suddenly it was a national competition. And he built that club from the very beginning to what it was. He's won several national titles, and has been coaching there every single NCAA competition since 1997.
And this is a final hurrah. Yeah,
they're having a big reunion. A lot of Virginia athletes are coming over to celebrate with him, and he's bringing the crews over. It is a final hurrah, yep. But 29 years coaching the club, it's an amazing contribution to that program.
It'll be quite an emotional week for him, and we're keeping a close eye on Frohnhofer and Kelly on the water, who've got quite a lot to do.
Here you see how quietly this boat is just sliding, cutting through the water. There's no junnering around, there's no bouncing up and down. It's very flat and smooth through the water.
Yeah, women's pair on the water, Crocker and Campbell, going well.
Here's a good view. You can see how there's no one part of their body is moving distinctly from different from any other. It's very melded together and very uniform and pressed out.
Economy of movement, making it look really simple.
Exactly right, exactly right. So there's no part of the stroke that's distinct from any other. It's all very smooth.
They'll probably capsize in a moment after we've taught them up that much.
In Virginia, generally the American crews don't do much small boats work. They generally row in the 8s most of the time. These international athletes, both U.S. under 23 international athletes, really obviously wanted to have a go at the Cox's pair. It's a really exposing event, isn't it, when you're just the two of you when you're rowing out there.
So the lead maintained by Crocker and Campbell against Kelly and Frohnhofer from America. Not too far to go in this race either. In front of stewards they move, and they've had good control of this race. It's got on with it in a no-nonsense, unfussy sort of a manner.
Yeah, it was very straightforward, clinical execution of this race.
No fuss, no bother, straight through. Crocker and Campbell, a few more strokes in front of stewards, which is getting increasingly busy on the bank there. Lots of early morning arrivals. Very busy there tomorrow and Saturday particularly. Very busy days. Huge crowds expected, but yeah, decent attendance already in. Applause for Crocker and Campbell, who are set to move through towards the weekend. The Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. Crocker and Campbell, on they go. Big win for them against the Americans in that heat. They did that really well.
Yeah, they did a very good job of that race. It sets them up nicely for the rest of the regatta.
So, the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup, Crocker and Campbell beating the Americans Kelly and Frohnhofer comfortably, and through they go.